Hello and welcome to CWC round number 12 round number 11 at Hungary. I've already messed up. It's been 2 weeks since I last streamed the last race. I believe that was in Britain. Very exciting race. Jan took the win there. And the first thing you'll notice is that we have a very, very, very different grid to what we usually have. It's gonna take a while to run down through all of the new people, but I'll go for it. Plexits joins in the Mercedes alongside, in the Williams alongside Reflow in the Mercedes. GP1 Fletcher, Rafa, Samster joining, ACR Lormans joining, TTG Lyronics. Yarno he's a mainstay in this league. Onyx Mur, Mathis, M44 Ibrahim, and Samu the Pito. So all drivers new to CWC. We had a bit of a growth in recent times ever since expanding to Twitter, and yeah, this is F1, the F1 tier. The F3 tier took place yesterday on Monday, and the F2 tier took place an hour and a half ago. So Hungary, very tight track, very demanding track. You're gonna need a lot of caution in the race. It's one of the hardest tracks to keep your tires in check is Hungary. Your fronts and your rears, both either one of them can go. So Hungary is definitely one of the hardest tracks to keep your tires in check. And with that, you usually see a bit of a shake-up in the order, I feel. So maybe the fastest drivers may not be up there quite as much because they just kind of keep their tires as cool as some others. So my favorites for this race would naturally be Yarno, who's just, one of the quickest drivers on his game and on this grid. But we have Rafa, who is also very, very quick, and I would not be surprised to see him in the, challenging Yarno for the race win. He's a very quick driver as Rafa. All I know is that I'm going to be very excited for this race. A lot more competitive, I feel like the grid will be a lot more compact than our last. It's almost like entirely different. It's an entirely different makeover than this grid is to the last. It's quite jarring, but it's all good. Let me put the link into the chat, and we'll run on board with Rafa as I imagine will abandon this map because it's on the Ultrasofts and nobody really saw the nose. If you can hear an echo, or if the streams, or if I sound too quiet, or if anything weird is going on, do let me know in the comments. After this indeed pull in, as Samuel the Pito, Worsfoot and Berto all get lapped in. Berto's on the soft, so that's the interesting decision to win. You don't want to use those softs that early. You want to ideally start on those. Onyx Mur 17.5 on the medium, it's a good lap from him. You want to be aiming for the soft tires for pole position. You want to be aiming for a mid 15. Low 16. I believe, the faster drivers such as Rafa, Yarno, Lorman, Zach, Samu will be aiming for that. Berto pulled in, so I wonder if he's going to try another lap on those softs as goes very wide onto the grass. Not the ideal for entry. Well, with Sam, my good friend Sam in the Haas. Also a new driver to this league. Navigates the tight and twisty section that is Sector 2. To the fast right that is Sector, coming into Sector 3. Very tricky corner that is. You have to get your entry spot on pretty much every single time. Otherwise, you either turn in too early and take too much curb, turn in too late and just invalidate your lap. When you round the final corner, you want to stay pretty tight, because the rundown isn't too long to the finish straight, and Sam puts it in first place. Very good lap from Sam. 17-2. The Onyx immediately kicks down 17-1. Times are tumbling down as the session goes on. And you'll see a few people. You'll see a few people set more than one lap on the medium tire because it does take a while to get to the temperature. Yeah, London, as you can see, he set a lap, backed off, and now he's going to set another lap after conserving the DRS. So we were right on board with him. He's breaking into turn 1, just about to hit that apex. Stamp on the throttle pedal as you march down to turn 2. Sort of a weird corner, you're sort of about to just stay at the apex and stay there, and then just accelerate as wide as you possibly can, then come back as wide as you possibly can to maximize your run. Turn 4, very tricky corner. Get on the curb just a tad, get your wheel on that apex. He's lost the car and he's going to back out of that lap. No point. Onyx Mer improves on his lap as we speculated. He set another lap and he set a 17-1 to displace his sister, Toro Rosso, of PPG Larion. Fairly close at the moment, although we are still yet to see Yarno head out. Here's on Rafa on the medium. Or is he actually is on the lap already, so I won't be surprised to see this one go pole. Oh no, very low deployment, so he probably wasn't too interested in setting a proper lap there. I think this lap he's going to properly go for it. Yeah, I've been procrastinating here. I've been trying to get the stream into the chat, but I keep forgetting. I keep remembering the commentator. So obviously, if you do want to sign up, if you like what you're seeing, we do have a waiting list because all the tiers are full. But you can head over to the CWC channel on Twitter, click the Discord link, and sign yourself in. Just tell us the assists you use and time set laps on Hungary, Britain, and Spa West. Otherwise, if you don't feel like doing laps on those two tracks, you can probably just send us a lap on a random track, and that will be too much of a fuss. Don't tell dudes I said that. Speaking of Boosh, I think we're going to try and get him into the party. So as Rafa goes in at, I believe he got pole 17-0, we're going to invite Boosh. So we're ready for him to join the party. Their times are so close up at the top. Rafa, Samu, Eric Salama, all separated by about, what, half a tenth? Very tight up there. And then a tenth separates Onyx Mer, Leonix, and Plexus. Boosh, thank you for joining us. Sorry, I forgot to give you an invite. I completely forgot that you were going to be my co-commentator for today. So as we were saying, very tight from 1st to 7th, only separated by 2/10. Obviously this is not the indicative lap times that we will be seeing, because everyone is going to slap on a set of softs, and that's what they're going to be starting on. minute. Let me get the camera off a driver that's in the pits and actually get it on a driver that's in the track. That would be a great idea, wouldn't it? GP1 Fletcher, also new addition to the league in 9th place. He's also on a lap. Yeah, there we go, Jarno. Oh, it was close. It was close for a while, and Jarno just slapped down a 16.6. An insane lap. 4/10 to the nearest driver, and he goes pole position. I imagine Fletcher just validated there. I think he's going to keep on going, it looks like. Yeah, great lap from Jarno. Here goes V-Flow as well, also on a lap. See he's closest to crossing the line. Onyx Murr, did a lot of laps on those mediums, I feel. He's been out there for quite a while. The other one, or is he going to clear into the pit? Yes, he is going to clear into the pit. Flexi, also on the medium. Into second gear there. I know some people that take that in fourth, so very interesting to see him take that in second. Slap down the throttle into the final corner. Into third gear, so Plexus likes to use the lower gears, that's clear to see. In that Mercedes, over the DRS, and second place. Very good lap from Plexus. 3/10 off behind Jarno. So very solid lap. GP1 Fletcher does head into the pits, as does Reflow, so neither of them were interested in getting that lap. Here comes Mathis on the soft, so that seems very, very, very early. A bit laggy as he comes across the penultimate corner now. Stays fairly wide, squeaks the car, hits the exit. Mathis takes pole position as you'd expect on the soft, 16.3, 2 and a bit tenths ahead of Jarno. I imagine he'll do a cool down lap and then try again because it's very early to be setting a lap on the soft tires. Jarno's gone quicker in the first sector, so we have to keep an eye on him if he intends to complete that lap. Here comes Plexus again. Could have sworn Plexus just crossed the line, and now he's about to cross the line again. It's a fairly short track. He's headed into the pits regardless. Sammy about to start a lap on the soft, so it's about that time when we see the soft runners head out for the final lap. The two Red Bull cars are very close to each other. Onyx and Lorman. No, sorry, Onyx Murr and Lorman. So we'll right back on board with Jarno. Across the final corner. Into third, flicks it down into third. 15, 16, 16, 2 on the mediums. Terrific lap from Jarno. Wow.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Booge. Hi, how are you?
I was just having some major issues with OBS that I was playing around with, so I've just scrapped that for the moment because it's doing my head in.
Well, you haven't missed
all
much.
Good.
You haven't missed much. Just Jarno.
I can see the main man Jarno is still on top.
Casually spanking the rest of the grid. 16.2 on the medium. 7/10 quicker than the next medium driver. Plexus is saying it's still on the
Great lap from Mathis.
Yeah, Mathis on the softs. Good lap from him, but he went out very early on the softs, which I found very weird. So maybe he doesn't really intend on starting in the top 10. I don't know.
Oh Jesus, Jarno did that on the mediums. I've only just seen that.
Yeah,
wow.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's 7 times quicker than the nearest mediums driver. That's how good his lap is.
I believe that was about 6/10 quicker than my lap, and I was on ultras. So
yeah,
that's a cracking lap. That.
This comes Onyx Murr out on the soft. There's his teammate Lorman kicking a bit of dust for him. If you see any drivers about to finish a lap, feel free to interject. As I'm watching on board with Onyx, he's navigating these corners quite nicely.
So who would you say, from your knowledge, who out of these guys do you think can give a I remember you mentioning someone was really quick, but I don't know if he's racing today.
Yeah, we had a driver join medium pilot, but I believe he's on the waiting list. He's very quick. Also, the driver on the grid at the moment that I think can challenge would be Raka. He's definitely one of the quickest in this lobby. As Onyx comes across the line, 16-3. I think he's going to try and go. No, he's going to put it into 0 ERS. He'll probably have a go at the end at the death of the session. He's going to be a recharge lap. But yeah, Rafa, I think, will be the nearest challenger to Yarno.
Right.
And the nearest challenger could possibly be about 15 seconds off, so who knows.
Looks like Rafa, is he on his outlap? He's about to set a time.
He's on his outlap, yeah.
He's on his outlap.
Yeah, outlap now. In overtake. He has enough time to do 2 laps just in case he messes this one up. He's missed the apex there, so not the best start of that lap. He's going to get that one out of his head and try immediately. Reflow is on. Oh no, he's not. He's on the stop. It looks like he's on for a second. So look for the drivers nearest to the line. Watch to cross it. Here comes Sammy the pizza. I think he's about to start a lap.
Yeah, Reflow already due a lap still.
Yeah. See, when you're someone like Yarno,
this is going to be a quick lap. Where is he at? 5th. That puts Reflow in 5th. 1:16.7. Pretty good lap from him, but look at those 4 drivers behind Yarno still on those mediums.
Yeah. In 4th place, just about pitched Reflow, just about behind Onyx Smurf. Lorman's did not improve. He's going to stay in 12th place on those mediums. Yarno's in a very good stage where, you know, he can just, you know, no pressure on him whatsoever. He's already set a brilliant lap on the mediums. He has no pressure whatsoever. He can just go for it on this cross.
Zach with a pretty good lap.
Yeah, 63 by Zach. Still no one able to beat Yarno on those softs.
Still a 10th, well, just under 10th of Yarno's time. That's good for Zach though. He didn't have a great race last week. He would have liked to have done better last week for sure. He just wasn't able to compete with those new guys that came in.
Rafa's out. Rafa's nothing to improve. And there was also a Red Bull sticking there. I think that was Onyx. So it looks like Yarno's going to take fall on the mediums.
Out on some softs.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to take fall on the mediums though. I don't know if anyone's going to really beat him. Sam the Pizza only goes 7th. Texas invalidated his lap. So I think he's... No, sorry, that's the wrong driver. Texas is coming across the line now. Zach goes... Yeah, Zach's in 2nd. Here comes Texas. Can Texas beat Yarno? I really want someone to beat Yarno. I don't want him to get pole on the medium tires. Texas 163. No one is beating Yarno.
Still, the entire top 10 is on soft apart from Yarno.
Yeah, Yarno's bailed on his lap. I think he's happy with it. Still in 1st on those medium tires. Why not? You might as well, just to properly embarrass the rest of the field.
Still got Mathis. Doesn't this an outlap? No, this isn't going to touch it.
I think that's it for quality. Yarno's got in pole position on the medium compound. Wow.
Incredible.
You were saying how, you know, this is going to be a lot tighter with the new additions, but Yarno's just shut us up and he's taken pole.
Well, I anticipated it being closer, but Yarno's stepped another gear up.
Yeah. Although to be fair, besides, if you just ignore Yarno's existence entirely, the top 2 to top 6 or 7 is pretty close in their own right.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if Yarno can keep in front, starting on the medium tyres for the first few laps. It would be interesting to see if any of those guys can kind of make use of those softs and get in front of them quickly, because they're not going to want to hang around staying behind Yarno. The longer he stays in front, the more likely he's going to win the race.
I think with those soft tires, they can use the extra grip they have and hopefully get a better start. But if you want to run down the grid, Boosh.
So we have a familiar face on top, Yarno, the 1:16.2. Plexus, new guy for this new tier, coming in 1:16.3. Zach P3, Mathis P4, Onyx P5, Sam's P6. Lyrianix P7, Reflow P8, Samud P9, and Ibrahim P10. Everyone apart from Yano in that top 10 on the soft compound, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a great lap.
One thing of note is that Rafa is starting on the mediums, but he's outside did his lap on the mediums, didn't improve on the softs, so he's going to be starting in 12th place. Not the worst place to start in, because you'll get a fresh set of boots, and he can hopefully...
Yeah, they always say, don't they, if you P11 or 12, you've got a really good chance that if you can get a good start and get round a few turn one, you know, then you've already put yourself in a really good position on a fresh set of tyres.
It's all about keeping that front wing clean and picking his overtaking people, you know, in the quickest amount of time, making sure he gets no front wing damage, and yeah, you can see what he can do about the podium position.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of these guys won't struggle with it, but one thing I hate about Hungary is those two elevated curbs on that medium right-hander. And there's one, second to last corner, the left-hander, you know those elevated curbs that if you hit those, they just spin you. I think 4 or 5 drivers in the F2 race were casualties to that, especially that right-hander just after that fast left. Well, I don't know what it is, turn 5?
Yeah, turn 4 is the fast left where you really have, you have to be really precise. And then
which is equally as dangerous, but then that turn 5, if you're like side by side with another car and you're on the inside, it's a dangerous place to be if you clip that curb, because 9 times out of 10 you get spun around.
Yeah, that curb is treacherous to say the least. Glocky, a Sauber driver, he unfortunately was not able to load into the session in time. He joined during qualifying, so I don't imagine he'll have a setup. He's going to be starting in 17th place. So good luck to him.
Yeah, that's always tough. I hate racing without a setup. There's nothing. There's only a couple of tracks you can really get away with not loading setup and still being competitive.
So, Jarno, he's seen the new grid. He thought, well, these guys, they're nothing to me. He's taking more position on a compound that should be about 6/10 lower. How do you think he's going to approach this race? He's just going to go for it, or do you think he's going to, like, you know, toy with them? You know, have a bit of fun?
I don't know. I feel like at the last race when he was having a little fight with Onyx, I feel like he was conserving a lot, and he was still able to, you know, maintain that gap relatively well. He never seems to get worried too much, so I think he's going to be fine as long as he gets a good start. Because those other guys are going to probably try and attack him from the get-go. They're going to have to try and get around him within the first lap if they have, you know, a chance of taking the crown. You know, he's not lost since joining CWC, so Jarno's confidence is going to be high. I think he's going to be relaxed. And I don't see it being too much of an issue unless there's a bit of carnage at turn 1.
So, here we go. We've got 5 lights. Oh, 5 lights incoming. I've jumped the gun there. Hopefully no one jumps the gun on the grid. 5 lights are out. Looks like Jarno's got a good start, and he beats off the Texas, who's actually been jumped by Zach.
Zach's going to look for an attack here.
Yeah. Zach got the best start of everyone.
There's a bit of wing off one of the Red Bull, I think.
It's a bit messy in the background, but Jarno keeps that position. Texas loses the position to Zach.
Zach's still attacking.
Yeah, he is. Fair play to him. Eric Slam is out of this race already, so that's tough for him. Looking at the back of the field, there's Berto Vico spun, as is Westwood. Simon Apito's at the back.
Eric's out. There's Eric's gone. Berto's wingless.
Bit of a sloppy start towards the back of the grid, or towards the front. It looks like
it is. We've got.
Okay.
I think Weirspud and Berto currently have no wings, so that's not what they wanted. I think one of the Red Bulls has got some wing damage somewhere.
Yeah, Texas looking all out of shape through turn. I'm not going to even pretend to remember what turn number that is, but he has Mathis all over the back of him. Mathis actually behind Mathis is Mathis, Onyx Mur. So the battle of Mathis, round 1 in Hungary, and it looks
I believe
like
we've got a few Mathis, haven't we?
we've got a few Mathises, we've got a few Maths, as is usual. So battle of the Mathises is going to Mathis at the moment, as Jarno took the fastest out of the race. He has Zach behind him for company. I think Jarno's saving grace is that he's not really going to have to attempt to conserve his tires, while Zach is going to have to attempt to conserve his tires. He's not going to want to.
This is it. Yeah, Jarno towards the end, he's able to relax a little bit more. Zach's going to have to push if he wants to keep on the back of Jarno. He's going to burn up his softs. And then obviously it's going to reduce his time going on to those mediums later on, whereas Jarno's going to, I presume, put softs on for his second stint. And I can see him cruising with this. I don't see it being an issue at the moment.
So GP1 veteran out of this session already. Samster is picked for 3-second time penalty on lap 2. Honestly, lap 1.5, if I'm honest. So, not the best start for Sam. He's gonna be playing catch up really for the remainder of this race.
Going back to that quick left-hander, that can be a ball ache for picking up some penalties.
Yeah. That's the thing.
If you take that a bit too sharp.
A lot of it at the time, you trying not to spin, trying to keep your car as stable as possible, you end up just drifting a bit too wide, and picking up a penalty is Sam and Onyx are getting very close. This is the closest battle on track at the moment, as Onyx does also have a small gap to Mathis ahead of him. So
Flex is starting to drop off from Zach now. Meanwhile, Zach's dropping off from Jarno. So Zach, I'm quite impressed with Zach that he's been able to mix it up with the big boys here. I wasn't sure what we got.
Sam, very late move down the inside of Onyx. It looked like he didn't really want to, but Onyx is early braking, caught him off. He's going to try it again.
Sam he's good looking again. That's a bold move.
Yeah. Onyx has the, bit of contact there. Is that for wing damage? Probably. I don't know. Lee or Onyx coming around the outside. This will get tasty. Onyx having absolutely none of it shoves him off wide, but yeah, Sally Onyx had a hefty bit of contact there. I don't know whether that was decent.
Yeah, Onyx very aggressive on the fence there. I'm not sure if he did much wrong, but
it looked like he aggressive on. Didn't really turn into the corner while Sam was expecting him to. He just sort of stamped in the back of him. But
yeah,
Sam's lost out on that one. Lee Onyx has gained in that one. Look how close from 5th to 13th is actually. Everyone within
close.
Everyone within 5/10.
Yeah,
really, extremely close. That's
I think all those drivers were on the straight at the same time still.
Yeah. We'll have a look on John Fitz for fast lap of the race again at 19.6. Oh, Onyx! Oh, he just caught that one. That was so close from Onyx Mur.
Almost losing it.
Yeah, Lyrionyx.
He's under attack from Lyrionyx here.
Yeah. On the outside goes Lyrionyx. He's going to get shoved off wide again. No, he isn't. And then he gets that move done. Great.
He's grabbed that. Good move. Onyx is now under attack from Sam again. So Sam's managed to come back for some redemption here.
Yeah, Onyx looking like he's struggling a bit there. Has to be said. As all of the drivers, as we mentioned, from 5th to 13th, all in one shot, going from turn 3 to turn 4. Very close margins here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's all been relatively clean. There's been a few bumps here and there, but it looks like
a few little knocks. Yeah. Onyx had a few little dings. I'm not sure how Sam's going to take those, but he's remaining calm at the moment.
Yeah, Onyx looks to be the cork in this bottle. He's definitely struggling, I think, for tire temps, surely. Because not only has he lost his second...
I struggle with tyres around Hungary, big time. I've never got on with Hungary. I love the track, but I've never got on with it that well.
Yeah, you can't really drive flat out around here. You have to leave a bit in the tank to consider those tyres.
Yeah.
Here's some sound for round 2 on Onyx.
Is Samster going to have a little look? They seem to be a bit sporadic on the braking.
Yeah. Onyx again, not letting him have that position.
Yes, Samster's been a bit tentative, I think. He didn't go all out there.
I think there was a lot of room on the inside for Sam, and he didn't really take it. And behind that, we have even in the Rafa fighting. Rafa's on those mediums, so watch out for him coming late in the race. I do believe he's probably one of the quickest drivers in this little pack. So he's gonna have to play it cautious.
I have seen and heard things about Rafa. Yeah, he's got a pretty good reputation with him.
So he's gonna have to make sure that he keeps that front wing tidy and that he keeps his head cool and navigate his way through this pack as quickly as possible. But as we said, Onyx is definitely the corkscrew in this proverbial bottle. Sam's really trying to get past him as quickly as possible, but I feel like Sam doesn't have too much conviction in overtaking Onyx. He's just sort of half-heartedly going for it. Before we head into that, we have to look at Mathis and Plexus, because Plexus has had Mathis shadowing him for quite a while now. It looks like Mathis is going to try with the move.
Yeah, it looks like Mathis is just trying to bide his time, wait for that right moment. The gaps remained at around 0.4 for the past few laps now. Looks like he's still not going to go for it.
Yeah, low ERS, so he's not interested. Sam lost a bit of time
Samster there. Also not being able to capitalise with the DRS on Onyx. And yeah, we've got a... Was someone ghosted there then? Or was that...
Yeah, pressure. He's left the session already. This gaggle of cars is quite a sight to behold. There's a bit of a gap.
I never trust the ghost because the ghost has reappeared for me before, so I get a bit sketched out whenever I'm passing through a ghost.
There's a bit of a gap from Lorman to Reflow. Reflow's struggling a bit. Hard to tell if he possibly has front wing damage on that right end plate with the halo, but it does look like he's catching up again. As that's Force India of Worstwood, who definitely was not having the best of it. Yeah, he was definitely not having the best of it.
No, not at all.
Plexus has dropped Mathis, so that's good news for him. Mathis probably was noticed Mathis on the straight was in low earth. He was just saving his earth behind Plexus, and now he's lost out to him, so possibly might have been better off just trying to go for a move there and then. Speaking of going for the move, Sam, round about 4 with Onyx Murph. He's in overtake, he's put it back down to high. I don't think he's going to make it this lap.
No, he's not. He's not.
This is one of the most angstiest moments you can have as a driver, because it's when you know you're faster, and you can just see Lirionyx just breaking off into the distance. That's a 3-second gap. That was like a second a couple laps ago. When you're in Samson's position or Ibrahim's or Rafa's, you're just so anxious to get ahead because you feel like you should not be in this pack. You should be a lot
I think that little incident before has kind of rattled Samster a bit, because he seems to be very tentative on the brakes. I can see him dabbing away at the brakes. He's not on the straight, coming up to the hairpin there at the end. He doesn't seem overly confident in trying to get round at the moment. He might be a bit worried that Onyx is a bit sporadic.
He's looking fairly close. Here, Onyx lost the back end on the braking there. Yeah, Onyx
tries to capitalise on that.
Onyx is locking up left, right, and centre. He's definitely
Onyx is sliding all over the place.
He does not want to give up this position at all, but I think he's going to have to give it the go. Here, look how close Sam is to him. Look how much.
Surely Samster here. Surely.
One thing I think helped Onyx is that Sam was too close to him. Oh, here comes Ibrahim down the inside of both. Oh, he's knocked him a bit wide. There's a spin there. It's so tight.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a massive crash. Massive crash. Rafa's involved. Actually, carnage. And Onyx, somehow, by the grace of I don't know what god, has somehow kept 6th place.
I don't know how on earth Onyx has managed to still be in front of Samster after that. What on earth happened there?
Yeah, Ibrahim just sort of barreled his way down the inside of both of them, and he just sort of paid the price afterwards, losing the back end. There's a contact with him and Sam, and into the wall he went. Rafa got involved in that. Dropped all the way down to 13.
Rafa's not been a great race for Rafa there.
As well, so that's pretty much hurt for Rafa.
I feel like Onyx is verging on the edge of inappropriate defending here.
I think you're right there. He's definitely passionate about that 6th place.
He's really wanting to keep that 6th place.
If I were him, I would pit now. You might as well pit now because his tires clearly are not in good shape. He just lost it under braking there. That's when you know that there's something wrong with the setup when you're losing it under braking. Sam, will you just stick it on the inside? You might as well at this point. Now, in fact, Lorman's going to go down the inside of Sam.
Oh, really slow. Oh no, Lorman, sorry, yeah. Lorman's getting in the mix, now just behind his teammate.
Sam, into the back of Lorman, loses his front wing. It's like, I was just about to say that Sam's been way too cautious. He's had to be a bit more feisty. Then he got feisty into the back of Lorman, and he's lost a bit of a front wing.
I mean, I could almost understand it given Onyx's interesting tactics. But yeah, Sam needed to get round him a few laps ago because now Sam's he's going to lose out. He's got reflow on his back as well now.
Yep. You have to manage
with both
Onyx.
Red Bulls in front.
You have to imagine Onyx and his teammate Lorman, both AZR drivers. I believe Lorman's actually the owner of AZR, so I doubt Onyx will hold him up too much.
Reflow getting past Samster, that felt like it was inevitable.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to fight that too much. He's shooting at the pit this lap for medium. He is going to pit, yeah. Here you go, Lorman's on Onyx.
Now, does Lorman's have
Onyx
it?
is an overtake though, so it looks like he still doesn't want to give that up.
He's going for it.
Yeah.
It looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, Onyx letting him go by.
Sam probably wishing that he had that same courtesy, but he didn't, and he paid the price.
Samster in the pits, getting that wing changed up. He's going to be pissed off, I'm sure, how badly he's lost out.
The big news in all that was Rafa and Ibrahim, because especially Rafa, since he wasn't actually involved in that at all. he just got caught up in it.
He just happened to rock up to the party, and then he was back out the party pretty quickly again.
Pretty quickly, yeah. Had church in the morning.
Yeah. And I'm sure Onyx dropped like 3 places, but then still emerged 2 corners later, back in the same position. It was wizardry. I don't know how he managed that.
Yeah, and he kept. I was about to say he kept up to Lorman there, but Lorman has pulled away now. But he's gonna have DRS to fight off Rico, but he's not gonna need to because he peels into the pit lane.
There he goes. Sliding away into the pits, that was needed.
Plexus is on the back of, is catching the back of Zach. So Zach's dropped off a bit. Yarno's in a different race, so we'll just ignore him. Plexus is caught up to the back of Zach, so Zach's fully in the latter phase of this stint. In fact, Plexus is also dropped massive, so very quick from Plexus at the moment.
Yeah, they're both, you would imagine, the top 9 drivers are all, they've all done 10 laps on those softs, so they're going to be all coming in at a similar, 2 to 9 are all on softs, they'll all be coming in on a similar lap.
I think there's going to be a bit of a battle to whoever undercuts who. I had a league race around here. I believe I was leading it, and the driver I was battling, Julian, was in about 4th. He pit lap 10, I pit lap 14, and that helped him undercut the 2 people ahead of him. And all of a sudden, he's in a battle with me for the lead, and he won that battle.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized by that, so that's why I'm bringing it up. So the undercut is very powerful around here, because one thing I noticed is that the softs do last quite a while, and that sort of lulls you into a false sense of security to think, oh, I can just keep going on these. My tires are good, I'm setting good lap times. But you do want to get onto the lead and fairly quickly to be as quick as possible and shorten your race time. So whoever pits, no one's pit actually, which I find very odd. I think someone should have pit now, especially Onyx.
None of them. We'll see what Zach does.
Oh,
he's still kind of maintaining that 1.2 gap.
Onyx pit, guess who's behind him? Despite that one.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah. I believe Onyx should struggle a lot less on his medium tyres, so Sam will have to fight for it a bit more.
Onyx and Samster round 10.
Literally Onyx is caught up to the back of Matthew. He's actually caught up to the back of everyone. He's very Onyx. He's gone from about 2 seconds behind these guys to 5/10, so fair play to him.
Yeah, he's done really well. 5 tenths behind Mathis, so he's, where would he come out? Yeah, most of the sort of like the top 7 or 8 are still going to come out in front of Onyx if they hit.
So Zach, Plexus, Mathis, Leonic still doesn't hit him. I find that so odd. Reflow also not hitting. Samuel, who's about 5 seconds off these people, he's pitting. He's smart. He's a smart boy. Hopefully he can undercut these people and catch up to this little fight. Lucky's going to continue on his default setup.
Jarno coming onto the back of... Oh yeah, that's Fletcher's ghosted.
So I want to see where Sam comes out in relation... Samuel, sorry. Comes out in relation to Onyx and Sam. I want to see where these two will be in relation to the Lormans and Reflow battle. Sam's within 4 seconds.
Just going to go past him, I think.
Actually,
oh, it's going to be tight. Will he slot in the middle of these two guys?
Oh, he will. Just in the middle. It looks like Sam's going to fight this out.
Yeah, Sam's going for it on the inside. He should be able to make that stick.
Much warmer tires. Not much Sam can do though. So that means that
those mediums are horrible right out of the pits.
Yeah.
They are horrible.
So that means that these two are about 5. Oh! What happened there?
Well, I think he's bottled that out of the, and he's straight up the tire.
It looks like there was contact though between Sam and Onyx. Whether that contact happened before Onyx spun or after, I don't know. But they definitely got close. But that's Onyx out of this race.
They were close.
Yeah. So
could it be the Fable desync? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, possibly. If Sam avoided something damage, I think he did, then he's gonna be thanking his lucky heavens that he's gotten away with that. Matt is pissed. Flexit, Zach, Leonix, London, Reflow, still yet to pit. I think they are gonna pit this lap though, because the entrance generally says lap 14, but I feel like when you're in a battle, you have to just go for the undercut.
Yeah, and yeah. Going back to Onyx, there was almost a sense of inevitability for me, I think. I felt like that was going to happen at some stage or another. And Onyx lost out there. We'll have to see what exactly happened. Mathis, though, is looking in a fairly strong position. He's done his pit stop, came out P7.
Yeah, only 9 seconds behind Reflow and Norman. That just shows how much of a bit of a club Onyx was that gap has happened.
Yeah.
So Flexit's in. Oh, sorry, Flexit's not in. Zach's not in. Leonix is in. Lorman's not in. Reflow in.
Oh,
thank you. My sanity is coming into question. Some drivers going very late on their stops. Leonix, let's see where he comes out and lessons from Mathis. I imagine Mathis would have jumped in.
Glock's not in.
Yeah, Mathis gets the jump on Leonix.
Yeah.
Just about, and he's going to have pressure tyres as well, so that'll aid him in his quest to keep 4th place. Reflow, where's Reflow going to come out? Yeah, head of Sam, head of Sammy by about...
8 seconds or so. 6?
6 seconds. 6 seconds, yeah. So, yeah, it looks like that put ring damage just been hindered. Now that I think about it, I find it very odd that Onyx came out ahead of Sam, just ahead of Sam. So maybe Onyx had a change something as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll try again. Surely Zach and Plexus will pit this lap.
14 laps.
Yes, okay.
Well, one of them.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Like that's one thing I don't like about Hungary. The cameras are awful. Absolutely awful. Some of the cameras. Lorman's still going strong. Glock is still to pit. Is he bowing out? Yes. So that's blocking. So it's just Lorman's.
I know. Yes, to pit. Jarno is in La La Land at this point, I believe. Yeah, he's gonna come out pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much a pit stop.
Yeah, he should come. Yeah, he should come out back P1. unless Lawman's can do something amazing. But
Mathis got the jump on Zach, unsurprisingly. Your former teammate Zach, and his tires are heating up just a bit more. Zach's hard, and Mathis is so close to him. Zach's gonna have to go defensive here.
Yeah, Zach's gonna be struggling on those fresh mediums.
Yeah, and Mathis, this is what I was saying. You should have pit earlier. Mathis did, and he's definitely he's actually he jumped Plexus, and Plexus now is in the clutches of Lirionic. So that's how powerful the undercut is. Mathis round the outside. Zach defends it. Another penalty for Ibrahim.
Mathis on the verge of a podium here. This is he timed his pit stop to perfection.
He did, yeah. As we were saying, wondering when everyone was going to come into pit. They waited just too long. Mathis capitalized. Looks like he's going to possibly get two positions here. Here he comes. DRS open, overtake DRS.
Zach
doesn't the fight
in the middle. Oh, he's not bottled it. Mathis didn't like that.
Yeah, he just about outbroke him. I thought Mathis had the move done there, but he just didn't manage it.
Yeah.
Just Lirionic down the inside. Protects it. In turn 2 and 3. He's gonna do it. Oh, so close.
Whoa, was that some wing?
I think it was.
I saw something pop off someone's car.
Yeah, I think reflow. I think it's reflow with the wing damage. Oh, sorry, not reflow. Plexus. Yeah, Plexus has wing damage. You can tell because reflow's it's a lot different. So very weird contact there to somehow end up. Imagine with the penalty, so that would be important. Very weird contact there to somehow end up in Plexus getting wing damage. So I feel drop him into the foot of his teammate if Leonis gets past. It's going to be devastating for him.
I'd imagine he's going to stay out. It looks only like a minor bit of damage.
Yeah, but even with a minor damage, it can lose a lot of time.
See what he decides to do. Staying out for the moment.
Look how much understeer he has. He's
off the track entirely. Very wide.
How hard he's going to defend his position? Yeah. Very hard, that is.
Yeah, Lirianix is going to make a move here around the outside, knowing that Plexus is going to have a little bit of trouble with his wing damage.
Same thing he did to Onyx. He's done to Plexus very well. Good overtake. I feel like Lirianix is just showing these people how to overtake, isn't he? He just gets his move done very quickly. Inside, outside, doesn't matter. He's just sweeping his way through. And now Mathis, who had a harder time staying to the back of Zach, his tires are heating up now. He's creating a nice little battle.
See if Mathis can convert anything on the home straight. Such a hard corner to get a good exit on that last corner here, because everyone can kind of nail it relatively well.
One thing that takes into Zach's advantage, obviously, is the fact that Mathis has a 3-second time penalty. Not sure whether Zach is aware of that. He can ask his engineer, or whether he's aware of that, we do not know. The Pico is on the back of his mainstay Sam. So we'll see if that develops into anything as Norman finally picks. It's lap 19. It only took him long enough.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Look how much time he's lost.
Yeah. I mean, fair play for lasting that long. I'd have been in the wall, but he's finally coming. He's not come out in a bad spot, Lawman's. P7. I'm sure he'll take that. Lexus is all over the shop at the moment. He's struggling with that little bit of wing damage. I've seen him go wide in quite a few corners now.
Yep.
There's a 3-second time penalty. Yeah.
He's struggling. He's just about kept in the DRS, to be honest. So he's doing the best he can. Quite clearly, he's rolling the penalty immediately. Those cold tires definitely not working for him. But yeah, you have to say, Reflow came out about 6 seconds ahead of Sam. Norman's come out 3 seconds ahead of Sam, down to 2 with those cold tires. So whether his mediums will being so much pressure will pay dividends for him towards the end of this race, we do not know. Reflow's in clear air.
I think at this rate, Sam's gonna be trying to keep that 8. Samu's caught up. not too far. He should get some DRS, so that might stick him a little bit closer. On slightly pressure tyres.
This is what he needs to push to make sure he gets more than DRS. He needs to go hammer and tong in this lap at least. It's not that he's still within a few tenths of each other. So this battle does not seem like ending soon. It's like Zach, we're talking about how Yarno's fought off the competition. You have to give it up to Zach, who's also, you know, a lot of new people put in. Looks like he was possibly.
Yeah, I mean, Zach also very used to being on the podium because when Jarno wasn't there, that was party time for Zach. He knew he was able to stay up there, so he's got himself quite a few podiums as well. So it's poles. So it's great to see. Oh, Plexus.
He lost it after the chicane, so that's him out of this race.
Oh, Rafa! It gets worse.
Did he hit Plexus?
Yeah, Plexus didn't quite go properly, and Rafa's clipped Plexus. Rafa's having the race of hell here right today. It's not been good for him. Now he's under pressure from Block. Well, Rafa's got a pit, I suppose, again anyway, hasn't he?
Yeah. Just getting involved in incidents that have nothing to do with him. You have to feel for him. Nothing wrong with him.
Well, yeah, he's just been getting caught up in all kinds of crap sandwiches, hasn't he? With nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Well, fair play to him for persevering, you know. A lot of drivers still just giving up.
I would be severely pissed off in his position. Yeah. I think it's tough. You know, you wait a week, you don't need to race, and then for it kind of all to go wrong, you're just a bit like, what's the point? I'm not going to get points. Yeah, it can be tough to kind of carry on. I've been guilty of just rage quitting if I know I'm not, you know, it's gone wrong, and it happens.
Marcus. Looks like he's put the hammer down on this lap. He's conserving his ERS quite well, but again, so is Zach. He should have quite a bit of charge left, so he's closer as Mathis. Is that move coming eventually? Oh, Zach knows defensive, so he's aware of him. This is, of course, the shortest battle we have on track. Second shortest battle being, tightest battle rather, being Samuel and Sam. Who are unfortunately not being able to get onto the back.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah, this is going to be quite close. Sam's obviously shown he's got some decent pace. We haven't seen much from Samu, the Pico, this race really, but all of a sudden he's going to be battling for 7th. Potentially 6, but Lawman's is on pressure tyres. I don't know Lawman's pace in comparison to Samson and Samu.
Oh, Zach missed the apex there. I think he got a bit caught off by a teammate's ghost car, and now Mavis is right on the back of him. As Yarno pits, he's obviously in a different race compared to these two, but there's a mistake there from Zach and Mavis. Looks like he's already out.
Let's see what Mathis can do here. He's been biding his time well. He's been very patient so far with Zach, not being overly aggressive, just waiting. Zach's gone very defensive straight away.
That's the best exit for Mathis. He sort of going to get too fast on entry, and Zach's going to survive another day.
Yeah, Mathis is still not going to make it stick. Zach being very calm at the moment. He's not too troubled with Mathis being right on his tail. He's driving very well, defending very well.
Important not to lose his head. Important not to get another penalty as well. A mistake there from Mathis this time. Missing the apex. That'll give Zach a bit of respite for the time being. Sadly,
well, we'll have to see what happens, but Mathis needs to be careful not to pick up another penalty because he's got Louis and it's just over 4 seconds behind, so he needs to be careful losing out on his potential podium here. Rafa setting the fastest lap of the race.
Samuel right on the back of Sam. 5 tenths is the gap between those two, so Samuel, pressure tires, he's going to put the hammer down and try and go for it. both have roughly the same ERS, so it's going to be a straight battle between them. This track is not easy to overtake. I think that's clear to see, so a lot of drivers are going to be a stalemate.
Yeah, Samu going very wide to last corner. Again, losing out some time to Sam. Oh, he's almost bottled it. Almost losing it just before the last corner, so he's lost a bit of time on Amster now. Mathis still maintaining similar gap that he has done for the past 5, 6, 7 laps.
To their credit, Mathis and Zach don't seem to be in the stretch by Leotic. They're both actually kind of putting away from him. So at least we do have quite a battle pace.
Well, that can be the key to online racing sometimes, is just being consistent. You know, sometimes races can turn out where it doesn't matter how quick you are in qualifying, you know, if you're not consistent, then it kind of means nothing in the race. You know, it's a lot more unpredictable than like, you know, real F1 racing. It can change so much during the race with penalties and all that business. So yeah, consistency is, if you remain consistent, you're going to back points almost every week. If you can't do that, then
yeah, I know, just get the back out of the race, but I think if I were Rafa, I'd be pretty happy considering that he hit about 3 laps earlier and there's only about half a turn off of him. So I think that just confirms that Rafa does have quite a lot of pace, but unfortunately did not go well for him. But looking into the front, Mathis and Zach still in stalemate. It just seems that anytime Zach makes a mistake, Mathis makes another one a bit later on. We just cannot see that 100% consistency to make that move stick, and he needs to make that move stick because
he does.
10 laps left, he's got a penalty. Zach at least does it if you want to check for him.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Rafa might have a chance to actually grab some points here today. He's got 10 laps to close, 5.5 seconds on Ibrahim, who's on fairly old mediums.
Sure.
So Rafa's perseverance might just bag him some points. He closed about half a second in half a lap, so see what he can do towards the end of the day.
These teams seem very easily matched. On a wider track, I think we'll be seeing them swap positions a lot, but unfortunately that is just not the nature of Hungary. Slow. Oh, sorry. Slow. I thought I said 1/10 behind me on it for a second. I was wondering what happened there, but no, 9 seconds.
No, I'd imagine Reflow staying right where he is unless Lawmans can find some serious pace.
Yeah, Lawmans really messed up by going so late on this stop. Pretty much lost all semblance of his place.
But I have to say, looking at the position change, so Lawmans is the real winner. He's gained 8 places from qualifying, as did Glocky. Glocky started almost right at the back. He's gained 8 as well.
Well, he has. So, speaking up from them, they'll be hoping for a better qualifying next week in Belgium to, probably solidify there.
Samster, 3-second time penalty. Yeah. That's not what he wanted to see with Samu that close behind him.
The second one of the session is Samu is closing in on him. Samu did close that gap, but it's gone a bit higher again. So I don't think we're going to go on this lap by a mistake from Sam.
Meanwhile, Mathis still unable to find that extra bit of oomph to find his way past Zach. I mean, obviously, it's always nice winning outright on track rather than losing out to penalties.
Yeah.
So although Mathis does have that 3 seconds, you always get a bit of positivity from winning outright on track. Regardless of if you're going to lose that place.
They just cannot see. I think Rafa's actually gotten 10th place because even Rafa's might be his 9 seconds of the penalties that even is not. So Rafa does look like he's got that final point. Zach is different. I was about to say that these two can't seem to get closer than 4-10. Zach dipped a tire on the grass, and Mathis is brought his ass.
Zach just always seems to have a little bit more on the straights, you know, which it's quite tough to overtake in Hungary. Apart from those straights are the only real solid places to get round someone. It's pretty sketchy everywhere else, so it's all about this final corner. But Zach just seems blocky with a 3-second time penalty. Zach just always seems to have a good enough exit to just prevent. He's gone defensive again. And it doesn't look like Mathis is going to be able to capitalise.
If I were Mathis, I think he's trying to done everything right on this lap. He's in medium. Honestly, I would just stick into hot lap for as much as you can and just at least try and get ahead of him, because you have to be so close. You have to be so close to a driver to overtake him. I mean, you have to be right behind their rear wings to do an overtake.
You really do. It is a very tough place to overtake here.
One thing I do like about the track Hungary is that I feel like it's one of those tracks where, you know, also one thing I like about this game is that there's no real be-all, end-all setup. Is that everyone has their own sort of preference and a different setup, because the game is a bit more, you know, standstill. So I think Zach is possibly running lower wings or maybe lower ride height. I think that's helping him here tonight.
Yeah, there does seem to be a lot of varying setups available for Hungary. You know, I've seen the top 10 kind of time trials are even quite varying as well. There's not a lot of consistency with wings and ride heights and suspension and stuff like that. It seems to be quite varied. So yeah, it's interesting that you're able to kind of be that dynamic setup here.
It is, and it looks like Zach's setup is good enough. It's helping him out. He's clawed that gap back up to 7/10. And Sam is still trying to get past Sam, although Sam is in low ERS, so he's not offensive.
He's going to look around the outside. He's going to go for a switchback. He's gone for a switchback. Oh, he's not going to make that stick.
He was in setting 2 there with Sam. I found very odd. Yeah, it's very easy he went defensive, so he didn't want to commit opposition, but he wanted to save him at the same time. You say you can't have your cake and eat it too, but it looks like Sam just about got away with that. And now the Mathis Zach gap is stagnating once again to 5:10.
Well, there it is. Rafa, I missed that, getting round Ibrahim. So Rafa, through all his trauma today, should pick up a single point. It's better than no points.
13 laps mediums from Glocky. You never know, Rafa could get hit as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's managed to close, what, 6 seconds in 5 laps, so, you know, if Glocky's going at a similar pace, then he's absolutely on for getting past Glocky as well, which would be a great save.
One thing I have to note is that Zach and Mathis have both stormed away, to be honest.
Samu makes a move. He's still not got it. Samsa's still managed to just about stay ahead. Is he going to come back here? He's gone on the inside. He's locked up. He's locked up.
Quite an aggressive move from Samu there. Made sure that
was very aggressive.
Was not going to turn into that corner whatsoever. And interesting to note,
in fairness, it was a lockup, but I saw Zach pick up a 3-second time penalty.
He also coincided with him.
So that evens things out. So it's game on now for Mathis. It is. I believe they both have 3.
Yeah, they do. But Zach also did a second on Mathis, so it looks like Zach's gonna put the hammer down and charge away.
Mathis making that scary maneuver through Fletcher's Ghost.
Yeah, Mathis in high ERS, Zach in overtake, so Sam's
not willing to. Sam's been in a few battles with Sam's been in a few battles today. First Onyx, and now Samu. It probably looked a bit more aggressive from Sam's point of view, but Samu did lock up in fairness to him, so it wasn't, you know, completely his fault, but Sam's got the speed here on the straight. I don't quite know what Samster was doing there. He just turned right into the back of Samu. He was never going to make a switch back from that position, so I don't quite know why he's done that. He almost took his wing off.
I feel like there's just a bit of a lack of conviction to the overtake. Sometimes when you're overtaking yourself, you need to know what you're going to do before you do it, you know?
Yeah, you can't half-arse an overtake either. You know, you need to just do it or you don't do it. You know, that's you can't, you know, think about it. You just got to go for it, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, then you've got to try again. But Samster does seem to be, almost flipping it back.
It's funny, we saw Samu like pound Hamster down for lap after lap, close the gap, and now as soon as he gets past, Sam is just all over the back of him, like he's not letting him go.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times here. It was happening in the F2 race. People seem to have more pace getting past, and they're not really moving anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite strange. Hungary has a tendency to kind of do that. I'm not quite sure what it is. But Sam's going to have a look back at Samu here. Samu's going to hold that inside line. If Sam's not got a very good exit.
Yeah, Samu defending that line, make sure that Sam was not going to walk on the outside of him. Yeah, as I was saying, Mirotic lost about 3 seconds to the cars ahead, so Saxon and Mathis do have pace. I think that's pretty speed, but unfortunately we're not able to call him Rhino, who's just, as you said, in the wrong race tonight.
What happened to Rafa?
Glocky is in 11, so I think it happened to Glocky.
Ah, that was it, Glocky.
Yeah.
Yes. I was wondering what Rafa's suddenly at 9.
Sam very wide off the track there.
Meanwhile, for anyone else that's interested, Jarno is still racing.
Yes, he is still actually a part of this league. Yeah,
apologies, Jarno, but we can't really talk about you that much because you're boring. Or you're out in front. And there's not really much to say apart from you dominating the race. So, well done, Jarno again.
I know, Booze, you did ask me if I wanted the seat that was available, and you know, I wanted to stick to commentary. Maybe I should have taken that seat, you know, put Jan on his face.
All I want is for someone to beat Jarno.
Yeah.
Just go for one race and beat him and come back. You know, if that's what it takes. Beat him and bow out.
We have Medium Pilot on the waiting list, so I hope, you know, he can just get onto the grid as fast as possible, because he is a rapid driver. I want to see him on the grid and just shaft.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a lot of the drivers here know, or I hope they understand, that this first season's been very much just a case of building the league, and it's really difficult to balance, you know, league without knowing drivers too well, and I think it's getting there now with the 3 tiers. But we've seen how this week's gone, so we'll see if there's potential to move anyone about, or I know there's a couple of seats that have opened up due to a couple of people not responding, so there could be some availability to move some things about. You did mention Medium Pilot, so I'd like to get him involved, but obviously got to stand to people who have their seats. However, given the new popularity, I'm not going to hand about if people aren't going to
I remember you
people aren't going to turn up.
I remember you saying to me, you know, whether we should go to a system. I was saying, you know, it's the first season. You don't want to go to 2 tiers too early. You might just ruin everything. And then look at everything now. 60 plus drivers.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, I put that picture up of, it was about 3 months ago now. There was like 12, 13 drivers here for Australia, and now Hungary. There's enough for 3 tiers. You know, it's pretty crazy.
That's the second lap in a row. Stanley just shafted turn 4. And he closed up to Stanley in the process. So I think, you know, Sam might be in a position where he's got 2 warnings, so he might as well. Jarno's about to win the race. No, that's back, sorry. Jarno's coming into turn 4 now. You have to remind me that when he comes to cross the line, so don't forget it.
No, it's fine. We don't care about Jarno.
Yeah. I think Janos is in his own race, and Zach's the actual winner of this race.
Zach's done fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
he was so strong through the whole of the CWC season so far, and to have, you know, the massive change-ups that we've had. He had a bad race last week, to bounce back like this and mix it up with. I was unsure if he was able to mix it up with these guys, but he's proven everyone wrong here. He's been great today. He's raced really well. Mathis equally as well.
Giano crosses the line
Giano
to win.
Cross the line again. Well done, Giano. It looks like we're going to have Zach. Sam's still picking up a 3-second time penalty. So that might save Samu.
Zach's going to take a solid second place. Mathis gave his all. I'm wondering why Mathis has so much ERS left in the last lap. I don't understand when drivers do that. He might as well just burn it all then. But,
yeah, Zach's burnt it all up. Mathis decided not to. Louis Nix, a solid race from him. Pretty quiet, but Louis Nix has had a good race.
Yeah, it looked like Mathis actually had an extra penalty. I didn't notice that. So he takes third. Louis Nix fourth. Reflow crossing the line. He's going to finish in fifth. Solid result for him. Lorman, sixth place. Probably
good result for Lormans. He gained 8 places, I think.
Yeah, I think he stayed too long on those softs, so it could have helped his performance. His result, rather.
Yeah. Samu, another guy not too sure how he could cope with the new drivers coming in, but he's proved he can mix it up in the points, so that's good for Samu. Samster has been the centre of a lot of attention today. Ibrahim is not.
Reflow smashes his car across the line to signify the disappointment that was his race.
I totally approve of a good little crash across the line.
Yeah, I've been doing that since F1 2016. Good way to end the race.
There he is, Renault. He's in a new livery. The Renault. He's used to that Renault badge in one way or another, isn't he? So
yeah,
got to be quite fitting for him to be in a Renault car now, having moved from the Williams. Great drive from him.
I like that his name is Yarno. He's in a Renault. Takes me back to the good old days.
Great drive from Zach in the Ferrari. It's good to see him back up on the podium. So we got Jarno P1, Zach P2, Mathis with a great drive. I believe it's his first race, P3. Louis Nix with a quiet race, P4. Reflow first race, P5. Lawman's doing pretty well, gaining 8 or so places. Samu doing really well, 7th. Samster, centre of attention today, P8. Rafa saving some vital points after a shocking race, really, P9. And Ibrahim rounding off the top 10.
So who would you give driver of the day to then, besides John, because he doesn't count?
I'd be tempted to give it to Zach.
Yeah.
Purely for keeping his composure and bouncing back, given the change-ups and him being used to be on the top in the terrible race he had last week. So he just remained calm. You could tell, you just know when someone's driving calm, as like opposed to Samster, who was pretty tentative. You know, he was bottling a lot of things, but Zach he was chill. He knew Mathis was right on his tail. Mathis also, first race, very calm, relaxed. And you know, that's what you get when you're calm and relaxed. You get, you know, points, good points. So, you know what? I'll give it to both of those guys, Zach and Mathis, for me.
I agree. I think third, fourth, and fifth, Zach, Mathis, and Leronix. I think I would want to give it to. I would have given it to Lormans, but I feel I have to go back again to that pitting on lap 19 on the softs. It's just way too late.
I mean, he must have lost a good amount of time staying out for so long. I don't really see the necessity, because he would have done less laps on the mediums.
Yeah.
And there's no point in that at all. You know, why do that? You know,
especially the mediums don't wear out at all. So you're not going to be losing. The freshness of the mediums isn't going to be too much of a factor. Anyway, I think we're going to end the stream right there. Round 12, that was. I think I actually wrote round 11 on the thing, so that's it's a bottle by me. But
it's all
thank
good.
you.
This is all a learning experience.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. I've been Odems alongside Bouge. It's been a decent race.
Thank you. It's been good.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week for Belgium. So take care.
Cheers, guys.